Hey, what's up, guys? This is MultiPug here. I am rebuilding my snack shack. One of my favorite builds, and I was thinking to completely rebuild it. Much bigger, much bigger, and much more advanced. So here I am putting my layout. And then there's like one of those things that you'd see like I don't know what it's called, but and then I put the roof down and I made it blue. I started off making it blue at first, but maybe I'll change it later on. And the pillars go in the corners just to give that extra design. Then I was adding a window frame for when you want to go take out. And I started adding my decorations. There you see me adding some storage. And then I started adding my floors, planning to make this all in one floor. And then I started to add some decoration. This was one thing I really wanted to do, remake my snack shack. And then I started adding some paintings. That was gonna be for the menu, I believe. And then I add my small kitchen just in case. And I start adding my appliances just to make a basic restaurant. I'm adding everything to a generic restaurant. I was also trying to do the same look I did with my old one, so I got the commercial door. Then I added some wall trims to really liven up the place. I thought it would look nice, really did. And then I continued to paint and put it all around. And then I decided to add my stairs for the upstairs apartment. And then I painted my door. And I fixed it around. Then I start adding the tables. In my old snack shack, I didn't have tables in there. And then I started putting it in an even position because it didn't look even to me. And then I started to add the rest of the items in the snack shack. I added the chairs. And I accidentally painted the floor. I was still trying to make it very similar to the snack shack that I built a while ago. So it's taking inspiration from what I did, the tables. And And then I started to add, I added a door in the side because that was where the person for takeout would go. And I started adding some designs to make it look that just a bit better. And I painted it certain colors. Then I started painting everything. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do because people wouldn't see the pillars. Kinda looks strange. So I kinda mixed it up a bit so you could see the pillars a bit more. And then I started to paint my items. I also needed to add an extra floor. Then I added a fancy path. I used this for deciding on what I wanted to put because I didn't know what to put. Then I realized that fence wouldn't work, so I just left it. Then I started adding like essential plain stuff. I added a garden, kind of like a mini garden. I was thinking of adding a parking lot, but I didn't think it would work. And then I just decided to like fix around the pathway. And then I started to just make my pathway straight. Really couldn't have anything. Then I decided to just add like a pathway to the door. And then I started customizing more of the interior, or the kitchen, I believe. It looked very plain, so I just started like adding random walls because I didn't know, because it looked so plain in my opinion. So I just started customizing it more and more so it would look less plain. I don't know why, but I didn't really customize the inside. So then I just fixed up my pillar that I misplaced. Then I was gonna add a menu there for like other people to see, just in case they haven't been there before and they're just having takeout. Then I started painting my doors. Then continued painting. This is the start, so I didn't really know. I didn't have like a full concept of what I was doing yet. And then I started fixing it up, like just looking for anything I need to add to make it like less plain. There you see me adding my display case. And then I started to add the wall trims in there. And then I added the sign that said Snack Shack. I made it a different color because the white, it was already a part of the wall and it would look strange. Then there, I was planning to add like something special. I was planning to add a blackboard, like full of stuff. I didn't know what, but it's like a cool blackboard. Maybe for like milestones. Then I started to go to the apartment. I was gonna add a balcony to one of them. Just the basics of it. Continuously painting everything. When I added my fence or my rails, you know, so nobody would fall off. That would not be good. And then I just started building my apartment, figuring what I should do with it. Decided to have my bath, and I decided to place one floor because I was trying to be really basic on how I was building it. I didn't want to be too advanced. And then I was matching up the color scheme so it wouldn't look strange. Then I decided to add a floor. And then I added my fence for my house, for my railings up to the apartment. Then I added my bathroom, and then I added my mini kitchen like in the corner. I already had the layout for the apartment. So then I just added my windows. Next, I began to figure out which door I wanted. I chose the door that I chose for the last snack shack, and I started decorating my kitchen. I realized that it was too small, so I had to separate it a bit. I began to add more and more to the kitchen. And then I started adding like decorations to make it look like a house. It's kind of like a modern apartment, like my old one. And I started to add my counter. I had my sink. I was looking for my fridge. I then looked for my fridge, but then I didn't have it. I didn't have it in my inventory, so that was a bummer. I wanted to add a mini fridge, but I couldn't, so. And I remembered I left it in another plot. But later on, I might fix that. I added a balcony. And then I decided on what I wanted for my bed. I thought I could use the desk, but the bed with a desk, like the bunk bed desk. And I added my chair. And I started adding the roof. I made that white. I made everything white basically. Then I thought I was gonna, and then I thought that I should add some wall trims. I wanted to make my roof white, but it didn't look well, so I tried other combinations. Then it started looking really strange. Like really strange. Then I started painting it different colors. I started painting it different colors because I wanted to use white as my roof. And then I added a roof to the empty block and then I didn't want an overhang because it didn't fit well. And then I also saw that it would stick through my house. Then I made it white and I changed it to smooth plastic and I fixed the colors up. But then that also looked like very strange. So I just decided to make it like linen wood for the exterior, which I actually really like. Then I started to paint. I wanted to choose like more of a lot of variety to what I was building. So I also like added white to the sides, just so it wouldn't look as plain. Then I add my colors, just completely removing gray all in all. And then I started to, just add like stuff, like, thinking of what to add. I added like a wood door because if I made it white, it wouldn't really match because the wall is already white. So then I decided to make it metal. I made it metal because it looked like it matched. Looked like it matched really well to like what I was going for. Then I added the door to my bathroom. But I forgot that the update meant you can like place your wall or doors like at a certain height, so I had to fix that. Then I added my windows. And I was deciding which one I wanted. Then I just decided on smooth plastic. Then I just started repainting everything. and I had a hard time building the pillar because it wouldn't work properly. And I was trying to figure out ways on how to do it. So I was trying that. It's really tricky to do because you had to do it in a certain way. Then there goes part two of trying to put the pillar in properly. And then I begin to place my pillars everywhere. I was trying to add it or it would properly go there. So I just had to go with the classic way. Then I just finish up my pillars. I just decide to make everything the same color as the roof. I fixed everything up so it wouldn't look strange. Then I begin to add lights, just to light up the room. And now I begin to check around if it's too dark. And it was so dark. Well, I didn't want to place anything else. So I had this idea of putting candles on wood. On wood and wood walls and wood floor. Let's just say that if one of those candles falls, you're gonna have to call the fire department. Then now I begin to check around for anything I want to upgrade. Still checking for that fridge. Couldn't find it. Nope, couldn't find it.
One eternity later.
Alright, so it's the next day, and I continue this house. I continue to build it. I changed up, I changed up the stairs up to the room. Then I begin to add a TV because I realized I didn't have any place to put a living room, so I just decided to put it on the table. Then I painted it. Then I add my bed. I add my standard bed. Then I begin decorating the apartment because I haven't decorated it yet. And now I paint everything. It looks really nice. I think it looks nice. Add my table because I remember in my old snack shack I had a computer. I downgraded it. I I really downgraded it, but I was trying to be cheap. And then I began to paint it and it looked nice. I made that metal. And then I decided to add, I think like I was trying to add stuff that would liven up the room since it looked like super plain. And I decided to change the color of my bed so that wouldn't look plain. Then I started to decorate my bathroom. I went cheap there and decided to use I used the hygienic shower because it was like one of the cheapest ones you could get. And I started to add plants because I didn't have any plants anywhere. And I did my carpet so it kind of matched the old house. And I just fix up the shower. I add my sink right there. Then my toilet. And I start making my plants. I start coloring in my plants. And I started painting the walls. It's the only part with dark stone gray. Then I add a window in case it gets stinky in there. Then I add my plants and I color my plants. And then once I'm done with that, I started thinking of what to do because it was kind of looking still plain. So I added a big painting right there because that looked nice. And I was testing out the new update because I haven't actually seen it yet. So then I just continued decorating. Then I make it the same color as the counters in the restaurant. Then I just search around anything. Then I realized I needed some lights. I wanted it to look uneven. So it wasn't even. And then I did my chandelier. Then I started adding around lights. And then it started not to work, so I just had to repaint it. And then I started to finalize it with light in the bathroom. Just making everything very simple, basically. And I added a mirror so you can know where you're brushing your teeth. And I added a dresser. I was checking around for what I needed to do, then I painted the roof, and it was looking nice. Looking very nice indeed. Then I added the famous open sign. Yes, very famous indeed. And then I started to paint it the teal and red. Ooh, that looks nice. I really like that color. I think I'm finished with this, guys. I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe. I hope you had an amazing day. Thank you for watching. MultiPug signing out. Bye!